The first thing I'd like you to do is create a new folder. You're going to do yours in your OneDrive. I'm putting it on my desktop because my OneDrive is sort of different. You need your period number, underscore, your last name, underscore, and then just put websites. Notice that there's no capital letters and no spaces in my folder name. Then you're going to find an image called astros.jpg. It's in the campus share drive. You need to put that in that folder, but I also want you to create in that folder a new folder called images. And so that image is going to go in the images folder, just like that. There it is. Okay? You are going to need to keep open this folder so that you have access to it, and we can make that small and put it somewhere. You are also going to need a program called Notepad, and this is going to be the editor that we use to create our file. The font that you have, remember, is irrelevant because it is not going to affect what your HTML page looks like. I'm just putting this at a certain size to make it easier for you to see. You also need a web browser. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put in my basic HTML tags, and I always put them in by pair. So I have in my HTML, I have my head, and I have my body. One of the important tags that code.org did not really cover well is the title tag. And title is inside the head, between the head tags. And the reason for a title is it shows up here on the tabs and it helps search engines find your page. So the title for this page is going to be Astros World Series Batting Statistics. Okay? Then remember that all your information goes here in your body. So I'm going to do a quick save, and when you save this, you actually are going to have to first find in your OneDrive, find that new folder you created, and whenever you save an HTML file, you are going to have to save it not just with the file name, because if you saved it with just the file name astros_table, you'll see that it shows up as a text document. Okay? And that's not what we want. What we want is astros_table.html. Click Save. Now if you look at your folder, notice that you actually have a web page there, and you can see that by the icon. I'm going to delete the other one, and you could either drag that over or double click so that you can actually see the page that you're working on. And there's nothing there right now other than the title, and you can see the title right here. So you can move on with that. What we're going to do is we're going to be creating a table that is going to hold information. That's what we use tables for a lot of times. And the first thing we're going to do is put in an opening and a closing table tag, spelled just like table. By itself, it's not going to do anything. We have to go in and we have to specify each cell in our table. And we specify that by rows first, and so that's TR, and obviously a closing TR. And then you have to have a cell, and the cells are every single square, every single cell in the table has to be specified. So if I have a table that has 6 columns, that means there's 6 cells. So there's 2 types of cells. One, you have a TH, which actually stands for table header, and a table header means that the contents of that will be bolded and centered. So my top row is going to be that, and I'm going to go ahead and put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. Then after that, I'm going to have 5 rows that have regular cells. So I'm going to put in my regular table row, and then I'm going to do TD, which stands for table data. And again, those are going to have 6. 3. And then I can copy this so that I can have 5 rows. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. At this point, I have my basic structure done, but even if I save this, you're not going to see anything. So I'm going to put in border equals 1. And remember, whenever you have a value, it should be in quotes. Save it, and now you can see it starting to build. And now your basic table structure is done, and you're ready to put in content and then customize it.